Alright then, hello guys. Today we're doing another PicoCTF challenge, and the challenge we're doing today is going to be called multi-code. So with this challenge, they have a description that says we intercepted a suspiciously encoded message, but it's clearly hiding a flag. No encryption, just multiple layers of obfuscation. Can you peel back the layers and reveal the truth? You could download the message, which I already did previously right here, message 4. We get 2 hints. The flag has been wrapped in several layers. Oh, I guess it tells us how it does it. So it's basically ROT13, URL encoding, hex, and base64 can figure out the order to peel them back. And then it says a tool like CyberChef can be interesting. So I guess they gave it away. So yeah, so we'll just hop on CyberChef, and then we'll just look at the downloaded file. Then message 4 right here. So it says it's using these type of encryption. So let's put that right there. So I guess one dead giveaway what it starts with is the base 64. The reason being is because it ends with an equal sign, and most of the time if something ends with an equal sign, you could assume base 64. So we look up base 64 from base 64, we see we get a different value, which is just pure integers. And from right here, we could eliminate base 64 and we have hex, URL, and ROT13. And from right here, just by looking at it, this is not ROT13. ROT13 is usually kind of like a Caesar cipher where you rotate ASCII characters to obfuscate other ASCII characters. So it's not ROT13. It's not URL encoded, because URL encoded will look like something like this on top, where you have like weird encoding, as you can see right here. Percentage 3D is an encoding of something. So it's not that. So our best guess is probably from hex. So we can just probably look up from hex and have it do it for us from hex. And now we're starting to get a value. And as you can see right here, we see percentages 7, percentages 7. So right here, we can start assuming that we already got base 64 and we already got hex. And now the next one is URL encoding. So we just have to look up URL decode, and now we have something that looks similar to a flag, because we see a beginning value plus brackets and plus the middle value. So from right here, we could assume that it's ROT13. So from ROT13, we just look up ROT13 decode. Oh, delete this, ROT13, and add this right here. And it's not actually ROT13. You could like mix it up eventually if you go to, I think, 26 or anything that's a value of 13 or 13. We see PicoCTF nested encoding. So yeah, that's about it for this challenge. So you just got to get familiar on the certain steps that you see. In our case, we know that at the beginning it starts with an equal sign, which gets us to assume it's base 64, and from there it was basically numbers, and it can't be URL decoding or URL encoded, because URL encoded will look like something that will look like similar to a URL. So that's why we stuck with hex. And from right here, we noticed that there was some encoding going behind that looks similar to URL encoding. So that was the next thing that we did. And from there, the only option left was ROT13. And the only reason we were able to pick all these 4 is because if you look at the hint, it tells us it's built using by, or what it's using. So now all we need to do is just basically copy this and then paste it right here, and then that should give us the flag. So yeah, so that's about it. Hopefully you guys learned something cool today. I know I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.